As aspiring educational leaders, meet Jerry. Jerry is in the 9th grade. He is a student with emotional behavioral disorders. Aggression and property destruction led to an alternate placement for his 8th grade year. When behaviors continued to increase, Jerry began homebound instruction. Qualified teacher, curriculum and assessments, counseling, therapy. The public school administrator told Jerry's parents, when Jerry is successful for one semester in an alternate educational setting, he can return to this school district. Success looks like spending time with students his own age in an educational setting, following teacher instructions properly, and having fewer incidents of misbehavior. Two weeks before 10th grade. At the planning and placement team meeting, Jerry's family provide that Jerry has been successful in his homeschool placement setting. Therefore, he should be allowed to return to the public education setting. They also add that Jerry is now on medication. The family therapist shares that over the past school year, Jerry had fewer incidents of misbehavior with both families and teacher. Now what? How can the administrator keep the teachers happy, keep the parents happy, do what's best for Jerry, and do what's best for all of the students? Let's review the issues and relevant literature. Issues, problems. Number 1. Administrators' attitude toward including students with emotional behavioral disabilities. Literature. Principals' attitudes toward inclusion represent a particularly powerful influence on school-wide policy implementation. The role of administrators is important because they provide the vision and leadership that is necessary to guide educators in both regular and special education. The attitudes of teachers towards their students, especially those students with special education needs, have a significant impact on the challenges that administrators experience when placing students with district needs in their classrooms. Recommendations. Develop a team to prepare a program academically and behaviorally appropriate. Know and study special education law to feel more confident housing students with special needs. Commit to providing the least restrictive environment. Develop a shared vision among those in the building involved with the case. Ask questions to those in the building who may have more experience with special needs. Be enthusiastic. Be sure the special education areas feel like a welcome part of the school community. Listen to the suggestions of the team. Teacher attitudes toward including students with emotional behavioral disabilities. Literature. Teachers prefer instructing students who are physically disabled or learning disabled over those who are emotionally disabled. Most educators want to teach students with speech and language deficits over students with emotional disabilities. The nature of the disability and the severity of presenting educational problems negatively influence the teacher's attitude toward inclusion. Attitudes are in fact influenced by the nature of the disabilities and the educational problems they present. Recommendations. Daily visits from building administrators and other building support staff, and presence, building administrators taking the time to personally get to know students served in these programs and their families, in addition to regularly meeting program staff involved, teachers provided with adequate materials and curriculum, including a social skills curriculum. Lack of schooling and training and or experience with students with special needs. Literature. Administrators find difficulty in performing their duties and responsibilities among students with disabilities. Leaders claim they were not given the schooling and thus feel underprepared, often relying on the classroom teachers and other co-workers to attend to this population in the school building. Administrators feel that most teachers do not have the instructional skills to teach all students. Most principals themselves do not have the knowledge of the instructional and programmatic needs of children with special needs to feel confident in appropriately assisting these same co-workers. Teachers and administrators with the most special education training tend to be more positive about special education. Recommendations. Teacher training, trustworthy leader, physical management training, crisis prevention and intervention training, behavior support, professional development for modifications and accommodations. Cost of staffing and specialist services. Recommendations. Utilize building district employees, social worker, psychologist, behaviorist, and utilize classroom helpers. Implications. Resistance while working to develop a shared vision. Administrators will need to know and or study special education law, remind colleagues of committing to provide the least restrictive environment, and be clear of mission and strategy. Resistance toward new strategies, learning PMT training, or taking time to make modifications and accommodations. Enthusiastic administrator will encourage positive thoughts. Teachers feeling like a welcome part of the school community and receiving daily visits from administrators will be confident they are not alone. Adequate support results in enthusiasm from teachers. Administrators taking the time to personally get to know the students and their families results in teachers receiving what they need for their classroom. If all goes well, Jerry will be back in the public school, taught by a team with a shared vision that mimics that of the school mission and strategy. Parents will be pleased that Jerry returns to schooling with his peers, with hopes that he succeeds and graduates on time. Teachers will feel confident due to training, professional development, enthusiasm, presence, and supports from administration. Jerry will receive accommodations and modifications based on his individual needs. The student body will be safe because when and if behaviors arise, strategies will be in place thanks to behaviorist support, and crisis training can be utilized if necessary.